Hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to my narrated presentation for the world of maths. Today I'll be discussing a learning experience that is set up for children in the kinder room aged 4 to 5-year-olds. This activity is called grocery shopping. For this activity, the focus concept is for the children to engage in counting, role-playing with money, and identifying numbers. The learning outcomes that link to this learning experience is Outcome 4, Children are confident and involved learners, Element 4.4.2, Children use their senses to explore natural and built environments, and Outcome 5, Children are effective communicators. Element 5.2.4, Children take on roles of literacy and numeracy users in their play. This activity will be set out in a learning area where a grocery store with shelves of ingredients and prices will be displayed for the children. This activity is set out for the children to explore at their own pace. A way to introduce this activity to the children will be a welcoming voice saying, "Who wants to go shopping? What should we get from the grocery store to make a cake?" depending if the children want to make a cake. By role modeling, the children will have an understanding on how they can explore this activity, as according to TIPS, there are two concepts that require attention for this activity, and they are context and application. This activity will aim for children to expand their vocabulary, as open-ended questions will be explored, such as, what ingredients should we buy to make a cake? How much flour should we buy to make the cake? And do we have enough money to buy the ingredients to make the cake? During play, this activity will be set out in an open environment for the children to explore. Educators will take into account how the children respond and react to this activity. According to the All Kinds of Maths, children need to have the ability to form and use associations to progress in mathematics. Scaffolding will be demonstrated in this activity. As stated by Flea and Raban, there are 3 ways of scaffolding. Educator may model for the children the activity, educator may work together with the children, and educator may encourage the children to demonstrate the concept of this activity. This activity will encourage children to work together as they interact with one another on how to take on this activity. The resources will be set out on shelves in an open space where children have the freedom to walk around and participate when they want to. By asking open-ended questions throughout this activity, such as, how many ingredients did we buy? Wow, there are a lot of eggs here, but how many should we buy? This learning experience is a play-based learning where there are no right or wrong answers. As stated in the Belong, Being and Becoming, a play-based learning is a context of learning through which children organize and make sense of their social words as they engage actively with people, objects, and representations. The benefits for the play-based learning is that children are exploring their intellectual development, their thinking, and their motivation. This activity aims to help children acknowledge the concept of numeracy in mathematics, as the children are using their ability to tackle problems with initiative and confidence, as stated by Anne Gillen. As the children explore this activity, they are making sense of their experiences and relating new phenomena to those they already know, as they interact by seeing, listening, and touching things. At this age, children are curious, and it is in this time that children need to engage in exploring, conjecturing, and thinking rather than engaging in learning of rules and procedures. That is how children learn mathematics according to Anne Gillen. This learning experience links to the cognitism learning theory. According to Muhammad, cognitism is a learning theory that focuses on the processes in learning rather than the observed behavior. Through this activity, children will engage in interacting with the environment by engaging in seeing and listening as they make sense of this activity. The cognitism learning theory is about focusing and connecting the learning that takes place. As the children engage in role-playing in the grocery store, they are exploring the numeracy skills as they use pretend money to buy ingredients, but they are also exploring their literacy skills as they as they identify the prices of the ingredients that have been written on the ingredients that were placed in the shelf. Educators are encouraged to guide the children and independently explore their environment, but guide them to broaden their imaginative and numeracy skills. According to Charlesworth, children learn with understanding when learning takes place in a meaningful and familiar situation. Vygotsky was a learning theorist who implemented the cognitism learning theory. He believed that the fundamental role of a social interaction in the development of cognition, as he considered the community played a central role in the process of making meaning, according to Saul MacLeod. Vygotsky embedded this learning theory to show how important it is for children to use their role-playing skills as they acknowledge their cognitive, social, and emotional development within themselves. Educators need to be aware that literacy and numeracy capabilities are important aspects of communication and are vital for successful learning across the curriculum, which is why linking an activity to a learning theory is a great aim for educators to know how to set out an open-ended environment for children to explore their numeracy and social skills within the development. Thank you for listening.